Alright guys, let's get in this fucking factory. And this is probably TMI, but I literally had to put on deodorant and I was sweating so fucking bad. Fuck. Wait, what? Go back. We gotta go in the factory. Even though there was a loud ass bang indicative of someone being in there. Just gonna grab my nutsack. We're gonna push through. One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Oh, fantastic! There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out from the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. What the fuck was that? The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power boxes beside it. That's fine. It was locked and there was a little... Oh, that's how you make text go faster. And there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign that paced in front said, "Danger! Closed for repairs." Okay, I guess we gotta go up then. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. The board contained yellow clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. "Norman, you better not be the fucking murderer, dog. Come on, dog, we were homies. We used to machine right next to each other, remember? Ooh. A power panel looked like it was shut off. Did it push? Yes, you did. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. Oh, fantastic. Oh, another one. Another one. It was shut tight. There was a looking key slot. Card slot, I mean, sorry. Huh? There we go. An old break table. Our old break table. A layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. Up we go. Norman? The door had been hastily boarded up. Oh, fantastic. Fruitacular. That's what you want to fucking see. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked. It's fucking Norman, dog! Norman, homie! We were cool, bro! Please don't murder me. Yep. Norman, come on, dog, please. Our utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer. Yes, take the hammer, please. It wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Fuck. Norman, I got a gun and a hammer. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, was a magnetic... Oh, fuck. I gotta take... Yep. Give me that. And then I gotta go in that fucking door. Oh, what the hell? There we go. Norman, come on, dog, please. We was cool, bro. We were homies. Norman, please, dog, don't do this. Oh, this isn't the one with the key card? Oh, was it down here? I already forget what the key card was. I think it was down here, right? Yep. Look, it would pass through this reader. Yep. Slid the car through and it turned the handle. Fantastic. There was some kind of ventilation hatch here. It looked like I could jump down into the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I couldn't see another option. No. If I was too chicken to jump down that broken ladder before, why would I do it now? Don't call me out like that, bruh. There's another way to go. Ah, shit. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck. Oh, you're jumping. This is where Norman fucking finally Ow. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. Oh my god, I'm slower! There was a crumpled up letter on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily and it was hard to make out. Did I try to read the letter? Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what looked like a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was need to. Just don't. Drinking. Need. Norman. Who was Norman writing to? Right. Why is Norman going on a fucking killing spree? That poor guard. Was the flashlight I carried his? Looks like he had met his end violently. I only hoped it was quicker. I had to get home to Rachel, but I couldn't stop thinking about Norman. He and Rachel were friends. Could he help? It wasn't like I really had anyone else to turn to. My leg burned with pain. I could only help find my way through the dark path before me and get to Norman's store. Norman! Norman! Norman, I'm kind of scared there's a footstep, so I'm not going to stop. Those are definitely footsteps, Norman! The garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotten food in slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked like damaged. Hell yeah. I cleaned the card off as best I could. It looked pretty better. I was amazed to have my credit card and now this. I tucked the card into my wallet next to my credit card. Hell yeah. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. God damn it. Get in Norman's store. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of a television. He's probably watching novella. Norman? Buddy? I need a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. God damn it. This is where I meet my end. I heard a noise to the left. Fuck it. Fuck it. Norman? Norman! Oh no, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he'd been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or I just couldn't think to stand what was anymore what was going on. Quickly I closed Norman's eyes. The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were some water rings from 2 cups still there on the wood. The kitchen trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? Yes, you did! I found a hairpin amongst the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Nice. Okay. I love how he said I'm too chicken, like, bruh. Damn, that's 4 dead bodies, I think, total we've seen. Despite the shock of the already finding Foreman in that state, seeing this just turned my stomach into mush. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. What was it doing there? Was she okay? Rachel! Rachel! Shotgun? Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't even think were illegal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If this handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it? Hell no! Throw it weight on me. I had a hard time parting with the weapon just then. You are not putting the weapon back, you fucking white protagonist ass bitch. We gotta get out of here. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things. Postcards, snack, magazines, canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Why do I feel like I'm the murderer? The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted. There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. Looked to be in much better shape then. What I had seen, Norman was dead, but I had no idea why. I didn't know how he could be involved in this, but the thought of him laying on the floor up there was sickening. The only comfort I had was the gun I still carried, but was it really a comfort or a curse? The rain was coming down hard, but at least I was close to home. It wouldn't be long before I got my answers. Rachel! Holy shit, how many fucking doors are there? Ah, god damn it, I'm gonna pick the last one. I had the wrong gate, this one was locked. Holy shit, I'm almost there. Rachel! Rachel! The neighbor's local post box. A letter was sticking out. Someone had to push it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? Yes. There was no return address, but the envelope was addressed to Norman. Carefully, I tore it open and looked at the letter inside. It read, "Stay away! She's mine!" That was it. No signature, no other information. Am I the murderer? Am I the crazy son of a bitch that I've been scared of this whole time? God damn. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go on this one since it has blood. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. I got a gun. I'm not afraid to fucking use it, bitch. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. The house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Of course it's off. I remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Ninja, I don't know. The door to the basement, it was locked. Where did I put that damned key? Rachel? There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. The other was a credit card bill. Did I open it? I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell? The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Rachel? Rachel? Honey? The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle. Rachel? Honey bun? I had found the last missing piece of my wallet. The old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it? I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Got a trophy, a stolen identity. Television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterward, but by then, it was too late. Rachel? Princess? Are you upstairs? Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered on the floor. My laptop had been left on and only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key on the top of the drawer of my desk. Yep, pocketed the key. Sorry for the door downstairs. Our sink, which needed to be replaced, one of the taps always stuck, but I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed tubs. The books, they were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now I look more closely. Look at that. The man in that house had some of the same books as I did. There was a suitcase on the bed. It was Rachel's. I remembered it from that trip we took out west. Did I open the suitcase? I wasn't sure what to make of the suitcase's contents. Inside were a few days worth of clothing, some toiletries, and a train ticket? I checked the date and time. It matched the receipt I found in those horrible sewers. What was this? Rachel, who are you running away? Wait. I think it said, who are you running away with? Okay, so I gotta go back down. Yeah. Oh, so that's the basement key. Oh, fantastic. Unlock the basement door. Oh, fuck. Rachel? Honey buns? There were some old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key here. Did I take it? Took the small key and tried to remember what it was unlocked. Yep, I'm going back up. The grimy key I'd found in the basement unlocked the door. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did someone break in? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? I did. Okay, I got a crowbar. I'm probably gonna need that in the basement. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Rachel? Don't look. Rachel? Don't look. I'm gonna look. A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I had to. I had come this far after all this searching, after all I had seen. When I looked within the rags, did I finally find Rachel? Oh, I can make a choice. Should Rachel be dead? No. Rachel is missing. What? The rags were wet, matted, and covered in dirt and grime, but inside that tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? What I had been searching for this entire time. I remember the look on Rachel's face when I came home, didn't I? And the realization hit me right in the gut. I had been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, is it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere else because she was never there at all, was she? I stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my leg just a dull ache now, and sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning. The ache I felt was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion as I tried to grab hold of something that would make sense of all this. I must have drifted off. No. Oh, I thought. I guess these books were actually all mine then. I didn't have a wife! Rachel, you were fake, Rachel. It was either Rachel would be dead as fuck. It was my wallet with its contacts still intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe someone stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Yes, you were. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the wall to lose my wallet and its content. But what does that mean? You're the murderer! It was the photo of the other man and his wife that I'd find in that house. Were those really his wife's remains in those tunnels? It certainly seemed so. What did I think? Did the other man murder his wife and bury her in those tunnels? No. I couldn't be sure. He could have been the other victim. Another victim. After all, he was dead when he woke up. You are the murderer, my guy. In the shards of that broken mirror, I could see my face. Gone. Now hollow and sickly and immensely troubled. What other illusions had I dreamed out? What other truths were waiting to be exposed? Let's find out. The laptop had finally run out of power. Damn it. It was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through the door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's. But if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? I think he was. Who else would have been? Norman, what were you doing back there? In the dirty, faded glass, it looked nothing more like a faint shadow. I used to tell myself that Rachel was the one who wanted to keep the tub. I fucked with this dude's entire psyche, bro. My old office sat on the safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. It used a digital passcode, but I didn't have the code. Maybe I had left it somewhere. I surmised that at least 2 of the names in that musty notebook have been recent victims. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose. Those poor girls that I found dead in that forest. I wondered what happened to the other names on that list. Or the ones that were scratched out on those desks in the wet tunnels. This isn't your house. I think that's what it is. This isn't your house. It was the letter I had taken from the post box. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain. Somebody had obviously had it out for Norman. But who? Oh no. If I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Did I kill him? Yes, you did. I must have, but why? Did we fight, or is it thinking he was sneaking around with... Well, with Rachel? Damn it, what was happening to me? I had that old TV for so long, I don't know if I could ever replace it. Wait! What the fuck? There used to be a brand new TV. I knew it. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. Let's go. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take a last look. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with my gun. Did I pick it up again? Or was I carrying an anvil, but I didn't let it go? Not again. Everything smelled musty and old down there. Oh. I sat down on the table and stared at the gun in my hand. It didn't seem so heavy this time. You showed me the truth. Me? I wasn't sure there was any reason to keep on going. So what do you think? Shouldn't I just end this misery? You're asking me if you mean... That's a pretty big question, my dog. But I truly think you are the murderer. I think you think that the guy you killed, who's the husband of Rachel, I think you think you're him, but you're not. You're the murderer. You're the fucking psycho that's been going around murdering everyone. Fuck it. Since I had arrived in town, things have been difficult. Working in that plant, though, it had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that's when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with it. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been one of the worst of my entire life. Would it be impossible to bounce back from everything that happened? Everything I had seen? You know? In a way, I wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. What had happened to the other man I found in that old house? Had I killed him? Is that why I was locked in that room? Or did you? After making out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like 2 people. But who was it that was attacked? And what had I been doing at Norman's place? Or even in that old forest? Oh shit, I think I might have it wrong. What if... Oh no. I don't know. It didn't look good, that's for sure. Had I been responsible for what happened there? What did you think? Was I guilty? Or was I just mad? Just for a second, though, think about something else. Think about those poor girls I had accidentally discovered in the old forest. The notebook I had found in those woods had names in it. Names I think I saw somewhere else before. It couldn't have been me behind that, could it? I would never do such a thing to such sweet, innocent people. Still, I knew that Norman was going to go back to the factory, but I wasn't sure I understood why. The guard outside had obviously went out with a violent end. But do you think it was Norman? At this point, do you think he was even dead? I had to catch my breath, take it all in at each point until the factory things had only gotten worse. But when then going to Norman's store, that's when the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective of all this really started to change. But Norman, it was clearly I who ended your life. Whether you were a miserable bastard and deserved it, or whether you were innocent, well, that would be for God to decide. Maybe you knew the truth that only I now understand. That maybe that's why I came to you. But as painful as that was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had seen it, and finally coming home was supposed to end this entire ordeal. I had no idea, though. It was only the beginning. When I had first stepped to the kitchen door, the silence had been unnerving. But to think I went through all that, completely unaware of what I would discover. Had I killed Norman thinking that that there was something going on? Everything I held dear and true was now spinning around me. I had nothing to ground me, nothing to give me purpose or even the faintest hope of reason. Without what I thought was Rachel, I was lost forever. The gun was heavy, but it felt right. Felt correct in my hand as I sat at that. As I sat at the table, Rachel was dead, you know. And you killed her! Me? She was real enough to me before you came along! My dog, just because I broke your delusions doesn't mean you should get mad at me. But I guess this is what has to happen. After all, you're the one calling the shots around here. Do it, pussy. I'm the murderer. That was a cool game. I like that. The ending was cool because it was like, you're the one who's deciding everything. I decided if he was the murderer or not. I decided if he was guilty. And I thought he was. Because it just didn't add up. Because I think what happened was that I was quote-unquote sleepwalking. And home dedicated is watch your back. No, but I think he was the murderer. Norman knew what he was doing, tried to get me to stop. I ended up killing him, and I think he also told Rachel what was going on. Rachel fled. I think that's what it was. I was the murderer. My guy was the murderer, and I was just butchering people. And I was gonna kill Rachel, but Norman found out and told Rachel. And so she ran, and then I got pissed off at Norman and murdered him. I think that's what it was. And the husband of Rachel was the one I found dead in that house. He found out that was a murderer or something. Or she noticed her husband was missing, decided to fled, and went to go see Norman. I think that's what happened. That I was the murderer, the husband was dead in the house, and ultimately I decided he was guilty. That was a cool little horror game though. $5 definitely worth it. It definitely got me on some of the jump scares, but yeah, I just thought I'd do a little one-off, something a little different. Alright guys, I'll continue with my Persona 5 after this video. See you then.